Friday is here, and we are back in the fantasy bar. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, including some of my favorites in the mid-range I think are underpriced. We'll get a couple games we want to target and stack up. So we'll give you a couple pieces from 2 different games, couple plays under 6,000 on DraftKings, and my beast of the night who has absolutely been on fire. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition, kicking off the weekend here with an NBA six-pack. 6 of my favorite plays fresh off the tap for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. I am Beer, of course, and thank you for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and hanging out with me today and checking out today's video. Before we get to those plays, do me a favor. The tip jar here in this bar is that thumbs up button. Take a second and click that. Let's see how many we can get today, and maybe we can add some prizes if we can get up over 200 thumbs up today. So let's see how you guys do on that. Thank you for that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not already. All right, let's jump into it here with a guy that was great for us on Wednesday night. We're talking Zach Collins. So absolutely smashed for us in this spot on Wednesday. Yes, the prices have gone up. I don't think they've gone up nearly high enough. We have almost the same situation here with Chicago. We know Patrick Williams is out. Vucevic is doubtful. Jalen Smith listed as questionable. I don't think he gives it a go here tonight. We talked about the lack of big bodies on Wednesday. Had Collins projected for 28. He played 38 minutes in that game, went for nearly 60 DraftKings points. I really like the spot for him here once again tonight against the Toronto Raptors. 6 most fantasy points allowed, 2 centers this season. With all the injuries, Collins should be starting, playing a boatload of minutes, remains too cheap on both sides. All right, let's go to the other side of the game with some correlation in Immanuel Quickley of Toronto. So as I mentioned, a couple games I really want to get some exposure to. This is one of them. Why? Because the Chicago defense is bad and they love to play up in pace. Top 5 in the NBA in pace. So nice pace up spot here for the Toronto Raptors. We also have a close 2-point spread in this one. Solid total at 235. Now the big news here, Scotty Barnes listed as questionable. We'll keep an eye on this today, and it's not going to affect the play here. Still like Immanuel Quickley in this matchup, but if Barnes is out, it's going to raise Quickley even more, in my opinion. An over 5% usage bump this season when Barnes is off the floor. Going to have to do some of that distributing that Scotty Barnes does for this team. So you're going to add those assists to the scoring that we know he's going to give you. No team giving up more assists to point guards this season than the Chicago Bulls, giving up a pile of fantasy points as well. Second most to this position. Immanuel Quickley in a great spot here in a fast-paced game against the Chicago Bulls. All right, let's go back to the mid-range with one of my favorites, and Santi Aldama of Memphis. This guy continues to be underpriced. We had him in a couple videos over the last couple weeks. I think it's a nice hidden gem in the mid-range that you keep buying low on. Still under 6,000 and barely over 5,000 here on DraftKings, just giving you a very solid floor in your cash games. 25 or more DraftKings points now in 7 straight games. Have been very, very consistent. Also, that upside you want in your tournament lineups has shown multiple 40-point DraftKings points performances, including last time out here, Santi Aldama, not the biggest name out there, but playing some great basketball. Doesn't seem like anyone's noticing. Take advantage here with these low prices on Santi Aldama. All right, let's spend some money at power forward with Zion Williamson of New Orleans. So this is the other game I really want to get a lot of exposure to with New Orleans and Phoenix. 240 points between these two teams last night, and Zion was an absolute beast. Triple-double in that game. Season high 63.5 DraftKings points against Phoenix here. A team that has really struggled defensively, been a target for us all season long. 27 in defensive efficiency here. So great spot for Zion Williamson to go ham here once again against the Phoenix Suns. All right, let's go to the other side of that game with some correlation in Bol Bol. So Bol Bol definitely a boom bust play. Never know what his role is going to look like, what the minutes are going to look like, but there's very few players in this price range that can match the upside that he can give you. The minutes and the role have been solid here over the last couple games, and over his last 5, when he's gotten 29 or more minutes, averaging over 37 DraftKings points per game. So we're talking about a guy that can give you legit 7, 8, up to 10x upside. We have seen Bol Bol get into the 50s as he can rack up so many different stats very, very quickly. New Orleans has really struggled. A team that we have targeted all season long with bigs, horrible against centers, but against power forwards, 9th most fantasy points allowed to this position. I think Bol Bol going to continue to play a big role here for this Phoenix Suns team. Bradley Beal out for this team, so that's going to add some usage to the table for everybody else. I think Bol Bol continues to smash. Buy low here, just $5K over on DraftKings. All right, it's time take a look at my favorite play for Friday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play. Just click that thumbs up button, head to the comment section, and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my Beast of the Night. Whoever's guess is the closest, you get a free week of RotoGrinders Premium simply for hanging out with me today in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Friday night. You know, Matt's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're not done with that Phoenix-New Orleans game. We're going to add one more piece on the Phoenix side, and it is Devin Booker, tonight's Beast of the Night. So probably my favorite game on the slate, so I want to get plenty of exposure here, but Booker, the main piece I want. He's been absolutely tearing it up of late over his last 4, 28 or more points in every single game, averaging 31 points per game here and over 53 DraftKings points per game over that stretch. Couple matchups with New Orleans, all he's done 32 points per game in those meetings, nearly 50 DraftKings points per game. New Orleans has really struggled with shooting guards. We're talking bottom 5 in the league in fantasy points allowed. We mentioned Bradley Beal is out, so even more usage to go to Devin Booker here. Smash spot Devin Booker, easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Friday night six-pack talking NBA. If you guys have any comments, questions, or feedback, 2 places you can hit me up, that YouTube comment section right below this video, or feel free to reach out on Twitter at Beermakersfan. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer, saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight. If you want more of my thoughts, join us tonight on Grinders Live. I'll be joining Dean for that show, going over the entire slate, so bookmark that. Hope to see you guys in that stream. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on rotogrinders.com/videos.